Hi, my name is Karen Polanco and I like bags. And I wanted to share with you what I do when I don't have a store nearby or I don't have the budget to buy a brand new bag. So, finding bags online has been one of my most precious skills. And I really want to talk about pre-owned bags and the pre-owned secondhand market. Everyone has their own tricks and tips to get good bags at good price and that they are authentic, which I think is the first thing that people get stressed about or worry about when buying things secondhand is worrying about, is this a fake bag? Well, I've been so lucky to get great prices and excellent condition in the bags that I have purchased in the past. I'm just sharing with you kind of what to look at when you are doing this, what measures you can take to ensure that they are real, and where to buy them. This is all from my experience. I know that there's a ton of things out there, concession stores, and other online retailers that offer this. But living in Canada, this might be a little different. And I think it's good advice to, whenever you like a brand or a type of bag, but it's out of your budget, to try to find previous versions of it in the secondhand market. A little of a story is that this year, my husband and I went to Spain, Madrid specifically, and I fell in love with the Amazona 180 from Loewe. The bag is really cute. It was in red, which is one of my favorite colors. And after having a couple of Loewe bags, I knew I wanted that bag. The thing that stopped me from doing it is that before that trip, I set my mind into a budget that I could spend if I were to see a bag that I like. In the past couple of years, I'm trying to kind of curate my own bag collection from things that I can wear for special occasions, but also things that I can wear to work, because most of the time I like to rotate my bags just to put my laptop and stuff to go to work and come back. So the Amazona bag was way higher than what I was allowed to spend or what I was allowing myself to spend. So I didn't buy it, which I'm not regretting, because I knew that I wanted that bag, but I also knew that I really need to get better at keep my savings consistent and like be a little more financial savvy. So having that limit before my trip was something that I wanted to keep, and I didn't want to spend more than what I was allowed, so I didn't buy it. But since coming back from that trip, I kept thinking about that bag. It is gorgeous, and I took pictures of it and like put it in my kind of wish list. But I kept thinking that one of the things that I liked the most about the bag that I saw in Madrid was the color. It was a really nice red, kind of orangey red. So I kept looking into either buying it new now that I was in Canada or finding something similar. And browsing in the internet, I found a lot of secondhand Amazonas. And I think since the launch of the anniversary collection, the 180 from Loewe, a lot of more people are interested in this bag, which pushed the secondhand Amazonas to be outrageously high in price from what I have seen in the past. I have actually put a couple of them in my different cards, and I saw how the prices kept rising and rising. So at that point I was like, maybe I just need to save for getting the bag that I want. But then one day I found the perfect bag in excellent condition and at a price that I think it was fair. So here it is. This is a 2015 Amazona. The thing that brought me to actually buy it was the color. This is a very similar color to the one that I saw in Madrid. Fair, they are not the same bag, they are very different, but it kind of scratched the itch of getting a red bag. The second thing was that it was a sixth of the price for the Madrid bag, and it was in really great condition. I really cannot show you all the details because it will be a long video, but the process was very smooth. I knew that the bag was original. I wasn't concerned about anything. So here's where the details come from. I got this from Farfetch. I have bought things in the past new in the platform. I know that a lot of people say that, you know, it's more expensive than other retailers, but I keep kind of tabs on it to check on things that I like and how the prices fluctuate. But I have never bought pre-owned with them, so I was a little concerned. Not concerned, but a little worried that, you know, how the overall process is and if it is authentic, things like that. So doing a little research, they have a full kind of concession pre-owned department, if that's the correct word, that handles authenticated, fully pre-owned, and in good conditions bags. I was able to actually see the different stores outside of Farfetch with the same name, so you can see that it's the same inventory and like the details of the bags and all of that. So that gave me a little more of peace of mind. It arrived and I can tell you, it came in perfect condition, no issues whatsoever, and I think that is going to be my first kind of recommendation. Farfetch has a really nice list of overall bags brands for pre-owned, so if you're looking for something specifically, it would be good to just check. The listing has all the different things that are included. Sometimes will be the original box, the attachment, the straps, the papers, or whatever it is. Some of them will say no inclusions. So it gives you a good range on what you're looking for, the different prices, and the different conditions for the bags. Sometimes bags that have been used, loved a little more, will have lower prices than those that are pretty much new. The thing that I was surprised about this specific bag, was that it was in excellent condition and the price. So I went, bought it, and in less than a week it was here. So I would recommend that you check Farfetch. A lot of comments and reviews out there are the prices, so that is something that you need to consider. The good thing with Farfetch is all taxes and import taxes and all fees are included in the price, so you know exactly how much you are paying for. So that was this bag, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I want to share with you another store where I got this one and this one. Okay, goodbye. Amazona. I think I will start with this. This is my first bag. It's a Keepall 45. I don't remember. This was the first bag that I got pre-owned. I got it from eBay. I do think this was this my first bag ever? I think so. I think this is the bag that started my designer bag journey, and I got it from eBay. The difference between eBay and other platforms is, especially if you are getting bags outside of your country, is that you will pay usually the price of the bag plus whatever shipping fees are needed, and then import taxes if it's coming from another country, which was the case for this bag. This bag came from Japan. Again, one of those things was that the store where I got them, it has a lot of pictures of the bag, so I was able to see all the things. It had a little of like white dots that I was concerned about, but the price was very good, especially comparing it with going to a store and getting a brand new one. Obviously, this is the version that doesn't have the shoulder strap, which was why I think cheaper than other versions, but still, for me, a steal. For eBay, similar to whenever I buy online, the concern was like, is this store good? Do they have fake bags? What I should do? So I went into reading all the reviews, finding different items, what is happening, and how to give me some peace of mind when buying this. And I think that is something I will recommend whenever you are looking for stores, to find stores that have thousands of reviews. Don't go with stores that maybe have little to none reviews. Second thing is maybe get free shipping. Some stores outside of countries or outside of Canada will have free shipping. In this case, I did pay for shipping. And then if they are shipping from overseas, just check what provider they will use, because that can define the import taxes and import fees that you will have. Some of these providers will add processing fee, and you can also manage that by yourself, but I prefer to have it all done in the process. When this bag arrived, it arrived with, I don't remember if it was FedEx or DHL, but they handle the full process. So they inform you, these are the taxes, these are our fees, please pay before you receive the package. And I did that. I inspect the bag when it arrived. It was great. The things that I have seen in the pictures that I thought it was the coloration, it was just dust. So I used some baby wipes without alcohol wipes to clean it up, and good as new, which is the same store where I got this baby thing. I think for this one the only issue was that one of the straps, the lead there, is a little dry and broke. So I know that eventually I need to take it to LV store and Louis Vuitton store and get some maintenance. But it was the same process. I got it from eBay, from the same store where I got the other one. It was pretty easy. Again, I tried to find things that I like. I wanted a backpack. We were traveling to Vegas, so I wanted to bring a backpack and got it for a good price. It was in fair condition. As I said, one of the straps was breaking, and I messaged the vendor and I got a little bit of a refund because that wasn't included in the pictures. But overall, happy with the bag, so I didn't return it. I could have returned the bag, but I didn't. So those have been my overall experiences buying bags secondhand. I think I will continue buying secondhand, but I think that that's the overall kind of advice. Research. Oh no, I had another thing that was pre-owned. Wait, another thing that I got like that was this. Is a PM agenda. Very cute. This one I got it in a bidding strategy kind of thing, which is something that you can also check. There's stores that will put items out there and you can bid for them, eBay. You can really do some research to find things that maybe the condition is a little lower, but the price will be lower, and then the stores that will put, this is the price and this is what we want, and you can just buy that. This one, I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I know that it's way less than in the store. It arrived and it looks used, of course, but nothing that I'm like, oh, it's crazy and I have to hide it or stuff like that. It is in excellent condition, and for what I'm using it, I think it was a good price. So that's overall kind of the advice that I can give you is: 1, research. 2, there's a ton of different retailers out there that have new stuff but also pre-owned, one of them Farfetch, and then ensure that what you're buying is authentic. Some of these retailers will offer authentication services within the platform so that you can check this is original, to avoid paying big prices for things that are not original. And 3, just see if the price that you're paying is final price, or you have to manage all the import taxes for that. Depending on the store and the processes, it can be different. Check the shipping providers. Some of them charge flat fee for managing the item. Some of them will charge a percentage depending on the taxes. So figuring that out will give you an idea of how much you are going to pay, and then just ensure that that is in your calculations. I am a person that likes to do their math before things happen, so that's why I'm saying this. And then just enjoy your bags, like use them. That would be my overall advice. I hope that you enjoyed this. So in order to get bigger collection, sometimes you have to get pre-owned bags, and that's okay as long as they are good price, good quality, and great condition. You can keep adding them. So go out there and get them. See you soon. Bye.